stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're going to have a moment of silence. Member Salzer, would you like to?
A moment of silence for Jim Thomas, who passed away in May, who was a member of our county board.
And also keep Jenny's father in your prayers for who recently just passed away too. Thank you. And Rob's mom. Sorry. Thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
There are 15 present with members Coates, Groves Allison, and Wendish absent.
Next, is there a motion for the approval of the May 8th minutes? Member Daly, Member Blair. Comments or corrections? Seeing none, please place your vote. Brandy, you might have to.
She got
Yeah, did it fit?
it went through.
Did it go through? Okay. Brian? It's go. Did you hit the refresh?
Would you like to vote yes? Okay, I'll go ahead and mark you. Fifteen ayes. Next would be proclamations and presentations.
I have a proclamation recognizing June 2025 as Migraine and Headache Awareness Month. Member Blair, and with the group representing, please come forward.
So we were just talking right before this. I am delighted to, I say this sarcastically, I'm delighted to live with migraine pain. In my 30s, it was about 24 days out of the month. Some of us still pretty much deal with it day to day. I've gotten some relief through various treatments and how to manage it, but it's certainly not gone. So this is certainly something that affects about 40% of Americans, 40 million Americans. So whereas since 1990, National Migraine and Headache Awareness Month has raised awareness for headache disorders, and whereas headache disorders impact more than 40 million Americans and over 1.1 billion people worldwide, disproportionately affecting women, veterans, and marginalized groups. And whereas there is a severe shortage of headache specialists with fewer than 800 certified nationwide, creating significant barriers to care. And whereas headache diseases are among the leading causes of disability globally, often impacting vision, cognitive function, balance, and daily activities, with attacks lasting hours to days. And whereas stigma and misinformation have historically stifled research, treatment innovation, and public awareness, leaving many patients undiagnosed and untreated. And whereas individuals with headache disorders are at an increased risk of depression and suicidal ideation. Whereas on June 21st, Shades for Migraines will be distributing purple sunglasses and information on headache diseases. Now, therefore, I, James C. Dillon, Chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby recognize June 25th as Migraine and Headache Awareness Month, encouraging community members across Peoria County to support awareness and improve access to care.
So I want to thank the board for having me and recognizing this. I am a person who lives with migraine disease. I have 3 diagnoses currently. I have chronic intractable status migrainosis, which is a fancy way to say I have pain every single day. I have tried every medication and treatment they make for migraine and some that aren't designed for migraine but exist, and every single one has failed me. So we did have new medications come out in 2020, I believe, and those are the first new medications since the 1990s for migraine and headache disorders. And I work with a lot of groups to help reduce the stigma and get rid of it, because a lot of people, you say, I have a migraine. Oh, well, are you drinking enough water? Have you tried yoga? Have you tried just being positive? And in addition to 40 million Americans, it is the second leading cause of global disability. In our district, our congressional district alone in Peoria, there are 117,000 individuals that live with chronic migraine. So thank you very much for the recognition. If I can teach one person one thing today, then all of the efforts are worth it.
Member Ricker.
Yeah, I would just like to thank Mrs. Friedman for being a great champion for the awareness. We've known each other for 20 plus years, and she's been out to Congress presenting. She has done a great job and a great advocate, so thank you and keep up the mission.
Thank you. Next, a proclamation congratulating Flexi Snake for their success as a family-owned business. Terry, if you guys would like to come on up.
More importantly, Scott and Stephen Turner. And I'm going to wing it a little bit because I'm afraid the proclamation doesn't tell you quite enough. And being from Chillicothe, Mayberry, where everybody knows everybody, I happen to know a little bit of background about these guys. Scott's dad, Keith, was an entrepreneur in Chillicothe, a successful insurance company, a successful animal feed additive company, now known as Fibro, if you might be aware. Maybe Brian, the farmers among us, might know of that. But these guys created something a little less glamorous than all of that, even, if you can imagine. To clean your drain, the drain weasel, the Flexi Snake, there's a number of names for it. They started in an old office space, probably smaller than this room, half the size of this room. They now have 40 employees in Chillicothe. They have about 20 employees in Mexico. They operate 30,000 square feet of manufacturing and distribution space with 20,000 square feet planned and ready to build. They're adding on. They took a TIF loan from the city of Chillicothe, $75,000. And some people look at that and think it's a handout. But they built their factory on an empty piece of land that was bringing zero taxes in and currently paying, and they've been in business now 15 years and many more to come, paying $28,000 in taxes. So the $75,000 paid back and then some, not only to the county and all the entities on the tax bill, but we should be really proud of people who do this from the ground up. They ship their products internationally. And now, I get to Jimmy's part. Flexi Snake is a family-owned business located in Chillicothe, founded by father and son team Scott and Steve Turner. And whereas the Turners patented the original Flexi Snake hair clog tool, which combines microhooks with a drain snake to unclog drains without the use of chemicals. And whereas the Turners launched the national brand Drain Weasel and have sold over 15 million units, the company was incorporated in 2010 and now sells products under the brand names Flexi Snake, Drain Weasel, and Drain Millipede. Now, therefore, I, James C. Dillon, chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby congratulate Flexi Snake for their success as a family-owned business based in Chillicothe. Signed on this 12th day of June, James C. Dillon, Board Chairman, and Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk. I said they're located in Peoria County, but really they're located in the city of Chillicothe. Stephen, you guys have something to add? I tried to include a lot of details.
You covered it pretty well.
All right.
Gary, thank you.
Keep hiring folks. Keep doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes.
If you haven't tried one of their products, when I worked as the economic development director for the city of Chillicothe, I worked with them a lot, and their product is really, really great. And it's just a little skinny thing you put down the drain, and it works wonderfully. So just to let you know that.
Next, a proclamation recognizing Peoria Proud for their extensive contributions to our area's LGBTQ plus community. Member Renault?
Everybody come up. No Cassie this year. We'll take it. All right, well, welcome back. Happy Pride. Whereas Peoria County recognizes Peoria Proud for their commitment to promoting equality, equity, diversity, fostering community unity through advocacy, education, and social outreach. And Peoria Proud provides venues and opportunities for individuals and community growth, creating safe spaces for members of marginalized communities to assemble, especially during Pride Month, recognized every June. And Peoria Proud stands for societal progress, peace, and unity through events such as River City Pride Fest, which will be held on July 19th, 2025. And Peoria Proud offers numerous resources for the LGBT community, such as abuse hotlines, affirming faith communities, physical and mental care postings, connection with other similar LGBTQ organizations, and more. And whereas Peoria Proud remains dedicated to advocating, yes, and advancing goals of justice, empowerment, community, inclusion, and freedom in the greater Peoria area. Now, therefore, I, James C. Dillon, chairperson of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby recognize Peoria Proud for their extensive contributions to our area's LGBTQ plus community. Signed this 12th day of June, James C. Dillon, Peoria County Board chairperson, and Rachel Parker, Peoria County clerk. Congratulations. Thank you. Want to take it? Does anyone want to maybe speak a little bit on what you guys do first?
So I want to start by saying thank you, Peoria County board members and thank you, Peoria County and members of the Peoria County Board for your Pride Month proclamation. Your public recognition of Pride and the LGBTQ plus community here in Peoria County is more than symbolic. It's a powerful affirmation of dignity, equity, and visibility. In a time when silence from leadership can speak volumes, your voice matters. And your proclamation says clearly that Peoria County is a place where all people are valued, affirmed, and protected. Your continued partnership reminds us that progress doesn't happen in isolation. It takes all of us working together loudly and boldly to build a future where everyone is free to live authentically and safely. I'd like to invite everyone to continue celebrating Pride with us on June 27th at Pride Night with the Chiefs and our big annual River City Pride Festival at the Riverfront on July 19th. Thank you all and happy Pride.
And just real quick, we have members of PFLAG here also who are kind of a component of Peoria Proud, and maybe you could just take a second to explain what PFLAG does.
Sure.
Hi there. Yes, I am I was the founding president of PFLAG Peoria. We're all board members of our chapter. Our chapter is about 7 years old. If you're not familiar with PFLAG, we are the nation's largest, oldest organization that works to advocate for, to support, and to provide education to the community on behalf of the LGBTQ plus community. We were started by a mom who just wanted her son to be accepted and loved. And she actually said, I will not be a closeted mother. I accept and love my gay son. So that's who we are. That's what we do. We're here to support. So thank you. Oh, I have this wonderful cup of little pins. So if anyone would like a pin of the Peoria County Pride flag, hit me up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we would be to citizens' remarks. And as a first, we have no citizens' remarks. That would bring us to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to put the consent agenda on the floor? Member Daley, Member Phelan. Would anybody like anything removed from the consent agenda? Any comments on the consent agenda? I'd like to make one comment, and Clerk Spears is here, but kudos to Bobby and his team for thinking outside of the box and what they've done, giving people summer work and digitizing all the county's records in the meantime is a big deal, and you should be commended for it. So appreciate everything your office and team have done. Mr. Spears, you want to say something? Yeah, go for it. I think you got loud enough. Well, yes, probably go to the microphone.
I only get 2 minutes, so we got to cut this one short. I'd like to thank Dylan, Mr. Dillon, and everybody for helping us out in our office. And what we're trying to do is, for the remodel stage, we're able to get rid of our records. But we can't get rid of them. We have to scan them into our office, into our machine. And Tyler will be holding them secure in a secure place. It's how you scan records and you keep them. So we don't have to send them out anymore to get a microfilm. And so we started doing this project last year, and I had enough money in my budget to start it and get it going to see how well it worked. We hired is kids coming out of high school and going into college, or college kids coming home, and we're able to hire them at $17.50 an hour, and they come in and they work the day and they just scan papers in. Being said, they're temporary employees, so they don't necessarily work 8 hours a day. So some of them come in for 3 hours, some of them come in for 4, some come in 2 days, some come in 3 days. They kind of make their own schedule, and we bring them the paperwork. We're able to clean out our whole office upstairs to do this. Got rid of all the criminal records, civil records, traffic records, DUIs. We're able to scan everything in, and it's okay with the court. We didn't have to send them out. If we would have sent them out, the total cost would be over millions of dollars. I'm saying $3 to $4 million. Now we're working in the basement, and we're getting all the records out of the basement. We're bringing them up, and the young kids are working on them, scanning them in. And the basement is going to be a storage area down there. Jody Hoots, the state's attorney, is going to take half that room and make it a vault. And these vaults are very, so if you have a murder in Peoria County and you have evidence, you have to keep that evidence forever. And so I don't want to go into big detail on evidence. We have evidence, the state's attorney has evidence, and the sheriff department has evidence. Wherever the evidence is at, they got to keep it. We only get evidence when it's administered to court. That's how come and I have a vault in my office. We're not going to remodel our vault. We think that's going to be big enough for us to hold what we need done. So we've cleaned that out too. Remodeling has started in the back area. A couple of meetings, and we have everybody in my office. We got a cramped area, working neck to neck, but it's kind of fun. You just kind of make do what you got to do. That's stage one, and in the back side, stage two is the order of protection is going to be into our office, and that's going to open up space for the state's attorney. So this all revolves in getting the areas that we need cleaned out. That's why I'm asking for the extra money. I'm hoping that that'll be enough, and I'm almost positive to cover it. Like I said, it's something the county board, you should be proud of. These are young kids that are coming into Peoria County, working for Peoria County, seeing how the government actually works. And it's a very, very good thing. I'm very proud of what we're doing. These kids are actually there. When we first started it, we had just a little bit. Now we're growing with people. I say, hey, can my son come in or my daughter come in? We're hoping to get everybody that wants to work come in and work. Be happy to answer any questions. If you want to walk through our office, you can see the front of your. I was there today and kind of saw everybody's kind of looking at a wall, and it's a unique thing. It'll be very exciting in the next couple of months. Just like the outside is exciting. Peoria County is a very exciting place to live in. Very proud of what we're able to do. If anybody has any question, I'll be happy to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I'll make up a good one. Thank you again. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Bobby. Any other questions? And a quick welcome to Sheriff Watkins and Nicole, or Treasurer Berkey, and soon-to-be Treasurer Martin. This might be one of your last meetings before retirement, so job well done. So welcome and thanks for attending. Seeing none, please vote.
Okay. You vote aye, okay. Fifteen ayes. Next, we'd be at item number 9, zoning ordinances and resolutions. Item number 9.1. Zoning case ZBA-25-0026, petition of Gary Dooley, a special use request when a proposed land split does not meet the 40-acre minimum lot size in the A1 Agricultural Preservation Zoning District. The petitioner proposes to divide 5 acres from an existing 40-acre tract.
Member Rosenbaum, Member Rulin. Member Rosenbaum.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is just a cut and dry case where the petitioner wants to take the 5 acres off from an existing 40. He's going to farm the other 35 acres just so he can build a house on it.
Thank you, Member Rosenbaum. Any other questions? Seeing none, please vote. This system actually doesn't.
Member Rulin, did you vote? Thank you. Member Daley? Okay. Member Daley, how would you like to vote? I can go ahead and do it. Okay, thank you. Member Alsasser, are you? Aye, okay. Fifteen ayes. Item number 9.2, waiver case, number WAV-2025-0001, petition of Jim Dawson, a request to waive section 20-8.3.4.1.b.2.a of the Unified Development Ordinance, which requires a minimum of 30 feet of public road frontage for parcels being created by minor subdivision which are less than 10 acres in size. The petitioner proposes to create an additional buildable lot on a parcel currently assessed by a private lane.
Member Rosenbaum, Member Rulon. Comments? Member Rosenbaum.
On this one, the petitioner already owns the ground. It's just splitting it off and wants to extend his business. So it's already on a private lane. So that's just basically the gist of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Rosenbaum. Any other comments, questions? Seeing none, please cast your vote. It's working.
Members Daly and Bryant, pay attention. Okay. Yes. 15 ayes. Item 9.3 is a waiver case, number WAV 2025-0002, petition of Jim Dawson, a request to waive section 20-8.3.4.1.b.2.a of the Unified Development Ordinance, which requires a new minor subdivision to have access to a public water supply.
Member Rosenbaum, Member Rulon. Member Rosenbaum.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is, since they're on a public well already, there's not public water, or a private well, there's not public water available. That's why they had to do this ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Rosenbaum. Any other questions, comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
I did it. 15 ayes. Item number 9.4, ordinance to amend Peoria County's purchasing ordinance, chapter 6.5-34-36, to require a community workforce agreement in public works project awards exceeding the limit set by state statute 55 ILCS 5/5-1022, currently $30,000 as amended.
Member Williams, is there a second? Member Duncan. Questions or comments? Seeing none, please vote.
Thirteen ayes, 2 nays, with Member Daly and Member Ricker voting nay. Item number 9.5, PBLC Deputies Contract Approval. A resolution from your County Operations Committee recommending approval of the collective bargaining agreement between Peoria County and Police Benevolence Labor Committee, Deputies Unit, and appropriate $80,000 needed for FY 2025 for wage increases.
Member Ricker, is there a second? Member Phelan. Any comments? Would thank you to the operations team, Shauna and her team, to the sheriff and his team as always, and just a reminder, this is a budget amendment which would need to be since we are missing 3 members, this needs to be 15-0 for it to be approved. Any other questions? Seeing none, please cast your vote.
Fifteen ayes. Next is miscellaneous and announcements.
We'll start on Member McCann's side and work our way around. Member Duncan?
Just a reminder of the Juneteenth event this weekend. Just to those who are able to attend, please be there. It'll be in the Southtown near Carver Center NAACP office. Juneteenth event this Saturday.
And kudos to Gretchen and her team. They've been doing floats, and so we're going to have one on the 4th of July. We've had one on Juneteenth. We've had one in St. Patrick's Day parade. So we've been taking it out to the community. If any member would like to walk in the parade, I know Member Duncan have signed up, so we'll be walking. So please come walk with us on hopefully a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Member Ryan?
So I'll be at Carver Center setting up for the Juneteenth festival part. Our organization, NACWC, will be hosting the health and wellness component. So we'll be doing school physicals for students, morning yoga if anybody wants to join at 9 a.m. And we'll have line dancing so people can bring their fans if they're ready for that part at 2:30. But we'll also be giving a scholarship at that festival as well.
And I think Mr. Allen and Mrs. Graves both have, we have a table at the Carver Center as well, and there's times for anybody to sign up to participate there as well. Member Duncan, or Member Daly, sorry. Nothing? No. Member Williams?
Scott, could you please, I had a question about the committee meetings just for this month, so could you give us a rundown of where they're going to be located and times and such? Thank you.
Happy to, Member Williams. So Monday committee meetings will be on Monday, June 23rd, which is their normally scheduled date. They will be held in this room. So that's Infrastructure, Ways and Means, and Land Use Committees held in this room at their normal times. The committees that typically occur on Tuesday will occur on Tuesday, the 24th of June. They will be held at the jail. I've talked to most of the committee chairs and most of the elected and appointed officials. If there are agenda items for those committees that are not mission critical and can wait a month, we're asking them to hold those because a component of the executive committee agenda will be a policy discussion on the jail master plan, and we'll have a presentation for you to give you information, and then pose a series of questions for you to consider, and then we'll start that policy discussion process. I've talked to some of the committee members or committee chairs for the Tuesday committee meetings. If there aren't agenda resolutions that are submitted by 5 o'clock tomorrow, which is our internal deadline, some of those committee chairs will be looking to cancel their committee meetings. So we're going to try and compress the meeting schedule on the 24th so that we can dedicate that time to the policy discussion about the jail master plan. Happy to answer any questions about that.
Thank you.
Is there a designated time yet, or are we on the same time schedule?
Great question. I'll know more on Monday morning once we've got all the agenda items submitted after 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, but it will start much earlier than the finance exec is usually at 3. Committees usually start about 12 that day. So depending on what business we need to do, we're going to try to compress it and try to possibly have the whole committee of the whole, basically, or executive committee, which all members are going to be invited to this meeting. So trying to start that as soon as possible so that we have the proper time to give it what it needs. Member Phelan?
Did the audio recording issue get resolved for that meeting at the jail?
So we'll have the ability to record the proceedings of that meeting. We are not going to have the technology in that space to live stream, but we'll be able to record it.
Thank you. Member Williams?
I just wanted to give a shout out to Rob and Jennifer. They did their first podcast with Mr. Shelley, who is working in our marketing department. And I listened to the whole thing. I thought it was great. I do have it posted on my Facebook page, so if anybody wants to give a listen, and I'm assuming it's on our Peoria County website, but they were talking about the bicentennial, and I appreciate you getting that information out there.
Thank you, Member Wells. Go back to Member Daly. She had a comment.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind Scott or someone that I really, really want to see those plants that are going to go in before they dig the holes and put them in there. Okay, thank you.
I do know Mr. Smith is working on that for you. Member Rosenbaum? Member Alsasser?
I want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day, and please forgive me for not mentioning Mother's Day at the last meeting, because I was just thinking of the song where it says, "The hand that rocks the cradle guides the nation and guides the world." So mothers are the most important, really. We're just blessed here in America.
Thank you, Member Alsasser. And then had most of the reminders, but one last reminder is we're going to extend the deadline. Melissa Woods had sent to trying to prioritize our strategic plan. There's going to be an email going out maybe tomorrow with a little bit explanation. I know it could be confusing on the ranking on how to do that, and then extend the time. So if you haven't got a chance to do that, please here in the next week or so, take the time to do that so we can prioritize our strategic plan. With that, this has got to be one of the records for a county board here lately. Meeting adjourned.